Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. I want to be talking about why the minimalist lifestyle has been so enriching for me personally and why I believe it will rock your world as well. So my life has always been quite minimalist in a way that because of my very nomadic sort of history since I was a teenager and living all over the place, I never really had the opportunity to accumulate a lot of stuff and had to always leave things behind, I guess. And also, I just always really loved getting rid of stuff. When I look back to my childhood, I just always loved like sorting through things and just keeping the things that were most important to me. But I took all this to a way more intense level when I consciously embraced minimalist living in 2011 because I downsized everything I owned, all of my belongings, to 100 things. I will make an extra video about my story into minimalism at another time. So since those days, I've more mindfully taken on minimalism as a lifestyle and I guess a life philosophy. And also, I've been a digital nomad for about 5 years now, and that in itself comes with a minimalist way of being as you travel the world. And for the last 3 years even, I've mostly only been traveling with carry-on only. So that's not a whole lot of stuff. And also at this point, I don't have a place to call my home. I'm not renting an apartment or a house or anything. So I really only have the things that I carry with me wherever I go. Let it be here while I'm in California for 3 months. Yeah, I'm accumulating a few more things, definitely. But all over, my whole setup in life is very minimalist. So for me, minimalism is a lifestyle that helps me question whether things add value to my life or not. And this is important for me because I don't like having clutter in my life, let it be material things or immaterial things. And I really enjoy using that space that a minimalist approach to life gives me to then fill that up with things that are actually meaningful to me. So in the end, it really enables me to have a more conscious life because in many ways I constantly think about what do I let into my life and what do I not let into my life. And in that way, I can really focus on what is really essential. Minimalist living has really connected me to the Buddhist principle of detachment and letting go. Mostly also letting go of the illusion that we can find stability and safety or security in things. Because it's kind of all up here, right? And so for me, being able to practice detachment in all areas of my life while approaching it with a minimalist mindset, for me that means a lot and is very fulfilling. It also made me realize that I value experiences in life way more than I do things, and that I cannot buy happiness. And also just knowing and realizing that I don't need many things to be happy. I just need, you know, my backpack full of stuff and a camera and a laptop and a few clothes, and I'm ready to go having a super awesome, exciting, happy, fulfilling life. My minimalist mindset also allows me to live a cheaper life because I don't go out shopping very much. I'm very deliberate with what I buy, and I usually only buy things when I really need them in terms of clothing or any other accessories. I don't go out shopping to kind of fulfill some sort of hole in my life or to make myself feel better, like shopping therapy or whatever people call it. I don't really enjoy shopping very much anyway, and I just don't really want to waste time shopping. I'd rather be like sitting here and creating a video. One huge thing that minimalism taught me, and that really rocks my life until this very day, is when I discovered minimalism as a mindset, as an approach to life, I realized that I can do things differently. I can set my own rules, I can do my own thing and figure out what makes me happy and fulfilled. I don't have to run after everybody else, going out there consuming. I can just ignore that and stay true to myself and what I enjoy. And that has always been not having a lot of clutter in my life. That has always made me way more happier than having a lot of stuff in my room or in my head or on my laptop or whatever. I realized that it was okay to not own a house, that I don't need to have 5 million books, that I don't need to have a huge closet. Like, it doesn't make me a happier human being, and that's okay. I can wear the 3 same shirts and have only 2 pairs of jeans and 1 pair of shoes, and I don't feel like I need to adjust to a different way of being, because I've always been sort of in this mindset of simplifying my life and not owning too many things, and I always sort of criticized myself for it or judged myself for that. Once I discovered more and more people that were doing things differently, going away from this consuming mindset, just really focusing on the essentials in life, that was huge for me, because it was like this lifestyle of making my own rules, and that was big, and it still is to this day. One main reason why a minimalist mindset and a minimalist approach to life is so beneficial for me and why I love it so much is because it really helps me with my tendency to feel overwhelmed. I generally, maybe it's a little bit of OCD or whatever you want to call it, I don't care, but I get overwhelmed really easily. Some people might call me highly sensitive or whatnot, but the less things that I own, the less things I have to worry about, the less my life is cluttered, the more space I have in my head, the more I can focus, the more productive I am, the more grounded I feel. And so by not owning many things, by knowing all my stuff fits into a backpack more or less, for some reason it makes me feel at peace, way more at peace than knowing I have all these things in a house that I need to worry about. It frees up space in my head and it frees up space in my life. And in general, a minimalist environment, it really allows me to be way more creative. I find space extremely inspiring to be creative. Before I get any work done, I need to make sure that my working environment is clear and that there's space. And also in my room in here, it's not that I cleaned up very much, it just generally looks like that. I don't own many things. I like things to be neat. I make my bed in the morning because I like it. That's just how I work. That's how I function best, is in a minimalist environment. And here's one super crucial benefit and reason of why I love a minimalist lifestyle so much. It makes movement easier and it makes me way more flexible. I can pack up all my things here right now in probably 20 minutes, pack up, go hop on the next train or plane and just go wherever I want and then start a new life there. It's almost like it's the ultimate freedom to be able to go wherever I want at any time of the day. I'm not tied to one place. I feel like owning a lot of things can really tie you down, and maybe you know that because you own a house and in that, or an apartment, and in that apartment there's a lot of things that you own and you just can't get up and just like leave all that behind. You just wouldn't do that. I can, and that's pretty awesome. And lastly, in many ways, material minimalism also led me to immaterial materialism. And that means I discovered a lot of different approaches of being a minimalist and having a minimalist mindset, not just when it comes to my belongings, but many other areas in my life, such as business, such as my mind, such as food, such as the place I live in, such as my closet, such as to-do lists and the 80-20 Pareto principle. And also when it comes to productivity, and instead of multitasking, monotasking, which is what I do and how I function best. So these are all my reasons why I absolutely love having a minimalist lifestyle, and why for me it's the best way to live a life based on a minimalist mindset. And if you have any questions now, please pop them in the comment section below. Also like my video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel, always super awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye.